What's up, everybody? Pastor Matt here. To make something is greater than to break something. Well, let's talk about that today. Thanks for checking into my YouTube channel. Little special in-car edition as I'm having thoughts here this afternoon, driving and thinking about what I've seen on my television screen. As you no doubt have been thinking about these matters as well. We're going to leave race and politics aside just for a moment and talk about art, if we can, for a moment. One of the scenes that I saw in the recent looting that transpired was an art gallery that was broken into during the looting. Glass was smashed, and person after person, looter after looter, was exiting the art gallery, according to the video, carrying out priceless pieces of art, paintings, sculptures, and the like. And that struck me as a new wrinkle in this cultural disintegration that we're seeing right now, because what I'm afraid that the riots are exposing is how much easier it is to simply break down a society than to make a society. To destroy is so much easier than to build, and yet to build, to create, to design, to write, to innovate, all of these things seem obviously intrinsically greater than breaking them down. You remember the game when you were a child, perhaps you built a building with blocks, or you set up all the dominoes on the living room floor, and then your younger brother or sister came along and just smashed them all down, right? And it took about 3 seconds max to smash down what it took you 45 minutes to build. And that's generally the principle here, that it is so much easier to destroy than to create. Think for a moment what it takes to write a piece of poetry versus the thought process necessary to tear up that same poem on a piece of paper. Or think about, for instance, the difference it is in the difficulty level to design a building as an architect versus to set a building on fire, or to design an automobile versus to destroy, to burn apart an automobile. And so one of the things that rioting and looting exposes is the decadence of a society in preferring to destroy as over against to build. What we really need in our society if we're going to solve our problems is not another generation of people that know how to light a gas fire or lob a Molotov cocktail. What we need in our society, if we're ever going to have any hope of repairing ourselves, is a group of philosopher, poet, thinkers who can once again restore order, beauty, and dignity to our creation. Think about history just for a moment. Are you aware of any culture that has been famed or honored for its ability to destroy, to rip, to burn, and to tear? No. Yes, sometimes violence is glorified in some of the great narratives of the battles, the wars, World War II, World War I, etc., things like that. But no culture is ever truly honored for its ability to rip down, tear, and destroy. Conversely, however, cultures are extolled when they thrive in the creative arts of writing, thinking, poetry, architecture, music, design. All of these things are high watermarks for any particular culture or society. Whether you want to talk about the Reformation or the Renaissance or the Enlightenment period, we think on these periods of history greatly because of the innovation of mind, the creativity of art, the progress in terms of philosophy. We never ever look back on a society and say this society was great because of its ability to tear down. After all, what takes years of creativity and innovation to create only takes seconds to destroy. So let's be careful that we don't rip apart our society at its very seams. Instead, I would urge you, rather than to break something, go out and make something, write something, design something, build something that is far harder and far more glorious. Thanks for checking into this YouTube video. Love you lots. Talk to you later.